Andino to win the final. I'm going the same corner that I missed at. Andino. Panathinaikos are one of the biggest clubs in Greece, winning 20 Super Leagues and 20 Greek Cups. They've also done the domestic double 8 times in their history, with the most recent coming in 2010. The former Champions League finalists, however, are having a bit of an indifferent season in Greece. And after a few managerial changes, Rafa Benitez is now the boss, but he has got Panathinaikos currently in 5th position, currently 6 points off the Championship playoffs, which for Panathinaikos just isn't good enough. So today we are taking charge of the Greek Giants with the ultimate end goal of winning them a Champions League trophy. Now you may remember in FC25 we did create the Rest of the World League by putting the best teams from the Rest of the World section into the SPL in Scotland. We're going to be doing the same again today, and as always boys, if you do enjoy the content, please be sure to like and subscribe. It does really help me out. We're getting so close now to 10,000 subscribers. We're now going to be jumping into FC26, rebuilding Panathinaikos. So the Rest of the World League has now been created, lads. As you can see, all the best teams from the Rest of the World section are now in the Scottish Premiership. When it comes to European qualification, winning the Scottish Premiership gets you automatic qualification to the Champions League league phase. Second place enters you into the Champions League qualifiers, where if you lose, you drop to the Europa League. And I think, I could be wrong, but if you finish 3rd, you qualify for the Conference League, not the Europa League. I don't actually think 4th place in the SPL gets you European football. I could be wrong though, and I can't find a good answer online either, so we're only going to know at the end of the first season if we finish 4th. And so this is the Panathinaikos team we've loaded into, and we have already made 2 changes by bringing Pantovic and Taborda into the starting 11. And there are some pretty well-known players currently playing for Panathinaikos, like Davide Calabria, 77 rated right back who spent most of his career in Serie A. Renato Sanchez, once tipped to be one of the best wonder kids in world football, now 27-year-old, only 75 rated, just hasn't really worked out for him, has it? They've got a good goalkeeper in Alban Lafont, Anas Saruri, who I think used to play for Burnley, who can also play attacking mid, 24, 74 rated, really decent player. And we've got Facundo Palestri, once tipped to be one of the top young players in Europe, now 23-year-old, 75 rated, not quite worked out for him. We're going to have a good go at rebuilding his career in this rebuild though. And when it comes to young players, unfortunately, Panathinaikos don't have many we can build the team around. They have got Santino Andino, 19-year-old, 68 rated winger with 88 pace. Going to send him out on loan for the first season. If he comes back at like 72 rated, he's going to go straight into the starting 11. We've also got Georgios Katris, looks like a decent centre-back, and Georgios Kyriapoulos, he looks like a decent player as well. But signing young players definitely going to be needed in this rebuild. As we can see, a lot of players at the club are over 30-year-old, and a lot of our better players as well are over 30-year-old. Literally everyone you can see isn't really going to have a significant impact on our squad. They might be useful in season 1, but come season 2, most of these players will be decreasing in overall. But don't expect many really exciting signings. We've only got 8 million euros in the bank, and you know what the Scottish Premiership's like, boys. Your budgets are always terrible. I just really can't see us splashing the cash in this rebuild, not like we did in the Birmingham City rebuild I've just done, which you should definitely go and check out. And to add insult to injury, we've only got a 2-star scout. This has been a really good start to this rebuild, I can't lie. But as things stand, this is going to be the Panathinaikos team we're working with. We're going with a 4-4-1-1 formation. I feel like this allows us to get all of our better players into the team. We have also got a pretty decent bench. However, before we start the season, I don't think we're going to be able to make a cash signing in this transfer window, but we could definitely bring a free agent into the club. And with our centre-backs being close to 30-year-old and only 72 rated, I do feel like our squad would benefit from a new centre-back. We do manage to make a free agent centre-back signing. Not the most exciting signing, but does help improve our defence for sure. As we've completed the signing of Mexican centre-back Cesar Montes, who signs a 3-year contract. 28-year-old, 75 rated, really solid centre-back. Should do a job for us for a couple of seasons. Now our squad is looking a little bit too big, boys. We need to trim it down a bit. 4 first teamers have been listed for transfer. All are over 30-year-old and won't really benefit our squad this season. And we've listed quite a few youngsters ready for loan, 5 to be precise. While we wait for bids to come in for these players, I'm not having a 2-star scout, no chance. We're going to hire a new scout, and it looks like I'm going to be spending £4 million on him, but he is 5-star, which is really going to be a good investment for the future. And we always let you guys decide which nations we scout on this channel, and luckily in the last video someone actually recommended scouting Greece, so we are going to do in season 1, and we're going to be looking for goalkeepers in Greece, boys. I want to get a wonder kid goalkeeper through the door as early as possible. So quite a few players have left the club in this transfer window so far. We've sold Ignason to AEK Athens, and Madlenovic has gone to AEK Athens as well. We've also loaned out a lot of our youngsters. A keen eye is going to be kept on Santino Andino, who's at Ajax for the the season. So we're going to be locking the starting 11 in for the new season. We definitely need to sort that sharpness out. And I think there's nothing left we can really do but simulate forward to the end of the first season. How are we going to get on in the all-new rest of the world league? Only time will tell. So we've arrived at the end of season number 1. How have Panathinaikos got on? Well, we finished second in the league on 64 points. Our arch rivals Olympiacos do win the rest of the world league. Now, second place means we are in the Champions League, but we will have to win some qualifiers, which hopefully we can do. And we are also in the Scottish Cup, which I'm going to call the rest of the World Cup, and we lost to PAOK 2-1 in the quarterfinals. Not too happy about that. Now, before we look at the team, we did sign 2 new players in the off-season as we got £10 million invested into the club. So we signed Greek central midfielder Nektarios Triantis, who's 23-year-old, 72 rated, can play multiple positions, 6'3" with really decent stats. He's got upwards of 80 potential, and he's going to go straight into our starting 11, boys. A good, well-rounded, tall centre midfielder who's Greek. Can't go wrong. And we then signed an unbelievably exciting attacking midfielder. Konstantinos Karetsas joins the club from Genk, and he joins for 5.5 million. 18-year-old, 75 rated, can play centre mid and right wing. Really good attacking player. He can grow up to 88 potential. I have used him before in FC26. So that's 2 really good young Greek players signing for the club who've got no ties to Olympiacos. I have done a little bit of research. But we have also lost 4 players as well. Cyril Dessers, Bakasetas, Jurisic and Sopius have all left the club. All these players are over 30 and weren't going to get any minutes for our first team, so we've just let them go. And speaking of our first team, this is how the team is looking at the end of season number 1. We have seen a lot of growth across the entire team. Loads of players now above 75 rated. I'm hoping in season 2 a few players can reach 80 rated. Where do I want to improve the team next season though? I'm looking at centre back again. Tuba is 28-year-old, 73 rated. We definitely need a new centre back, and we're going to need a new left back as well. Kyliakopoulos is 30-year-old and 75 rated. Not going to get much better. He has actually got 5-star skill moves, which is pretty surprising, like. But a new left back and centre back definitely going to be on the cards next season. I'm not convinced we're going to get a decent budget. We are also losing 2 players at the end of the season. Filip Jurisic and Giannis Siras are leaving the club. We've not offered them new deals. And in terms of stats this season, Milos Pantovic was our best player, 20 goals and 3 assists. Karetsas came in January and got 8 goals and 5 assists in 18 games. But other than that, boys, nobody really scored many goals this season. Pantovic really carried us to a second place finish. So we have now arrived in season number 2, and we have actually got 15 million euros in the bank, which isn't a terrible budget. Are we going to be able to make any significant change to our team though? Absolutely not. And we have managed to sign a centre back straight off the back in this transfer window, a very young high potential player, as we complete the signing of Sergi Dominguez from Haj Split for 4 million euros. Dynamo Zagreb is signed from, 21-year-old, 71 rated, really decent young centre back who's got potential upwards of 86. Can't really go wrong with his signing. Brings the average age of the squad down. He's going straight into the starting 11. And we complete our second signing of season number 2. A new left back has been acquired as we complete the signing of Mats Rots from FC20 for £4 million. At 20-year-old and 72 rated with showing greater potential, and he's also 6'3", Rots is a very good investment into the future. He can grow up to like 85 rated. Couple of overalls lower than our current starting left back, but with much higher potential. He'll no doubt overtake him in terms of overall this season. And with Dominguez and Rots added to our starting 11, we don't actually currently improve the team. We do improve the potential of the team, and that is what I'm happy about at the minute. You may also notice that Andino has come into the starting 11. I said if he could get to 71, 72 rated, we'd throw him straight into the team. He's got such good potential. I have to get him into the team straight away. With Palestri dropping to the bench, Tuba and Kyriakopoulos drop to the bench as well. Our starting 11 definitely looking strong. We found a really good young goalkeeper, Papoutsis, who's out on loan at Westerlo. I think when he gets back from his loan, he'll be ready to start games for us as well. Now, there won't be any more signings in this transfer window, lads. We have only got 5 million in the bank, and I want to do some more youth scouting. And for this season, we will be going with this comment. We are going to be scouting in New Zealand. We're going to be looking for right backs, centre mids and strikers while we're over in New Zealand. We could need some high potential youngsters in these positions. Now, we've had a bit of a clear out as well in this transfer window. As you can see, quite a few players have left the club on permanent deals and on loan. Just players who weren't going to get any minutes. We've also sent some more youngsters out on loan, and it is a decent team on paper. We're going to lock the starting 11 in for the new season. Hopefully we've got enough in the bank to actually get to the Champions League phase. The only way to find out if we're going to do that though is by simulating forward straight through to the end of the season, and I'm excited to see how our new signings get on in action for Panathinaikos. So as we were progressing through the season, lads, we did see that we had 24 million euros in the bank, and no one had really left the club other than 2 players on free contracts. So we signed Genuel Bolossian for 11 7.5 million euros, and he joins from Stade Brestois. 21-year-old, 74 rated centre-back with upwards of 85 potential. Excellent signing in my opinion. So we have arrived at the end of season number 2, and unfortunately Olympiacos win the rest of the World League yet again, and they finish 11 points clear of us. We've got a real task on our hands at trying to catch our arch rivals, because they are smashing it at the minute. Next season we'll once again be playing Champions League football. And speaking of Champions League football, as you can see, we lost in the Champions League qualifiers to Celtic, but we did beat Derry City in the Europa League qualifiers, meaning we were in the Europa League this season. Unfortunately, our performance in the Europa League wasn't the best, finishing 25th in the league phase, winning 3 of our 8 games, losing 5, which is very poor, meaning we exited the Europa League in the league phase. Still a lot of work to be done in this rebuild, boys. And we lost in the rest of the World League Cup. First round to Slavia Prague. That is just not good. Lads, we've actually had a really poor season in the Cups, showing there's definitely some transfer business to be done. But our starting 11 is definitely starting to take shape. Loads. We've now got 280 rated players. Most of the squad are above 75 rated. Our 2 young centre-backs are still growing, willing to give them a couple more seasons to develop. Going into the new season, we definitely need some signings, boys, don't we? Players like Zaroury, Calabria, Lafont, all stopping growing, but we're not going to get enough money to replace them 3 positions. So I'm not really too sure where I'm going to improve the team next season. I think what we're going to have to do is see how much money we get given, see if we have to go through the free agents list and just see what's available to us before we make any decisions on positions in the squad we want to improve. So at the end of the season, 3 players will be leaving the club: Musa Sissoko, Tin Yedvad and Konstantinos Kotsaris. All 3 not good enough to play for us anymore. Now, we did have a plan to put Dimitrios Papoutis into the starting 11 when he comes back from his loan, but he's only 68 rated, boys. He has got really good potential. He could grow to like 88 to 94 potential. Thinking, do I just throw him straight in the team next season? I'm not 100% sure. Or does he need one more season out on loan before we can actually get him into the team? Decisions, boys. But in front of goal this season, we were much better. Milos Pantovic got 33 goals and 9 assists. Fantastic season for the man again. Konstantinos Kaletsas, in his first full season as a Panathinaikos player, got 21 goals and 16 assists. And Andino and Zaroury did get double figures for goals. So we have arrived in season 3, and we've got a relatively decent budget of 18 million euros. Now, we're not going to go breaking the bank with this money. Papoutsis is back at the club at 69 rated. How long is it going to take him to get to 70? Let's just check. 9 weeks. Lafont. Oh, Lafont's going to grow to 78 rated in like the next couple of weeks as well. I'm going to make a decision, lads. Papoutis is going back out on loan this season, and then when he comes back from his next loan, we're going to get him into the team. Or we're only going to send him out for 1 season though. He does currently need a new contract as well. Just really struggling to think where can I improve this team this season. Is there anyone I could sell? Davide Calabria, who's 30-year-old and 78 rated, and bring in a younger, better replacement. Or I could do the same with Anas Zaroury, which could be a good idea as well. I think we're going to go with the Calabria idea. We're going to sell him, combine our transfer fee with the Calabria money, and then we can sign a right back who's got higher potential, who can actually take the club forward. But first, we are going to look at the free agents list, just see if there's anyone on there who comes in and improves our team. But with our luck, when it comes to free agents, we very rarely find anyone worth signing. And as we expected, lads, absolutely no one on the free agents list worth signing. That's one idea scratched off the board straight away. Now, a bit of important news: Davide Calabria has been sold to West Ham for 17 million euros. Actually, a really good deal, that. And we now have 33 million euros to bring in a right back who's got decent potential, who can take the club forward. And I'm confident that money is going to go a long way. So after a lot of intense scouting, we've finally signed a right back who I feel can help take the club forward, as we complete the signing of Kylian Sabe, 24 million euros. Now, Sabe is 77 rated, 22-year-old with very well-rounded stats, and he can play multiple positions. He's also got upwards of 88 potential, and for just 24 million euros, this is a fantastic pickup. I'm hoping he can hit the ground running, start growing, and get to 80 rated by the end of the first season. But with just 7 million left in the bank, I really can't see us making another signing, and I can't really see us selling anyone of any significance now for the rest of the transfer window. And when it comes to youth scouting this season, we will be using this comment. We are going to be scouting Italy, and I'm going to be looking for central midfielders in Italy. That's where I think we're going to need improvements going forward. If we could find the next Perlo, I'd be absolutely buzzing. So with our preparation works being completed for the new season, we'll lock in the starting 11 in for season number 3. We are building a really nice team here on paper with Panathinaikos. We're now going to simulate forward straight through to the end of the season. Can we actually get into the Champions League phase? I really hope so. Our performance in Europe last season was devastating. So we have arrived at the end of season number 3, lads, and we win our first trophy of the rebuild. We have won the rest of the World League in style, finishing on 91 points, 14 clear of Olympiacos. The reign of dominance is over, and we add a trophy to our trophy cabinet in the way of the rest of the World League title. But Olympiacos would get their revenge in the semi-finals of the rest of the World League Cup. They beat us 4-3 in a thrilling tie, and they will take on AEK Athens in the final. And now, time for a very, very important segment. Did we actually get to the Champions League phase? Let's go and find out. No, we beat Sporting Lisbon in the first qualifier in a thrilling game, and then Marseille battered us over 2 legs. So unfortunately, we've dropped into the Europa League for the second consecutive season. Now, if we've not got through the league phase in the Europa League, I'm going to be absolutely fuming. But we finished 6th in the Europa League, actually, lads, which is really impressive. 6 wins, 1 draw, 1 loss, straight into the round of 16. And of course, we lost in the round of 16 to Atletico Club, who beat us 5-1 over 2 legs. That is so disappointing, boys. Where did they even finish in the league phase? They were nowhere near us in the league phase. They finished 22nd. Oh no. But our starting 11 is now starting to look very strong. Loads of players now above 80 rated, but look at Karetsas, boys. 87 rated at 20-year-old. We keep getting small budgets, you know. I may have to look to sell him. I reckon we could get like 250 million for him at some point. Then investing 250 million into this team, we'll have a super team on paper off one sale. But I do want to try and keep him. Where do I want to improve the team next season? Well, I've given Dominguez literally 2 seasons to grow. He's only 76 rated. He needs to be replaced next season. He's not even grown past Montez yet, so he has been a real disaster of a signing. I would like to bring a left mid and centre mid in to replace Serin and Zaruri, but I know we're not going to get a massive budget. My main focus for season number 4 will be a new centre-back. In terms of stats this season, Milos Pantovic, again, one of our best players, 34 goals and 5 assists, but Karetsas was outstanding, boys. 29 goals and 21 assists, including 17 goals and 18 assists in the league. He has been absolutely immense this season. I think he is definitely one of the best young players you can use in FC26 career mode. So we have arrived in season 4, lads, and I'm disappointed to say we've only been given 19 million euros. Far cry from our last rebuild where we were getting 160 million in the 4th season. That probably means we're in another position where we're going to have to sell to buy, which, do you know what? We had it all our own way in the last rebuild. We're not getting it all our own way in this one. Papoutis is back from his loan at 73 rated and 19-year-old, and I'm going to take a big shot by putting him straight into the starting 11. I think if we look at our squad and some of the players in the reserves, there's definitely some players we could sell, definitely, to raise some funds. I don't think we need to make a significant sale. I might actually sell Montez, you know, to raise some funds. I think that's going to be a sensible idea to go and check the free agents list, see if there's anyone worth signing on there. So our first signing of season number 4 has been completed. It's not a cash signing, it is a free agent. However, it's not a centre-back. It's a player we're bringing in to be a decent rotation option. As we sign right midfielder Arthur, who joins us on a 3-year deal. 25 years old, 77 rated, can also play right back. He is a decent player with decent potential as well, someone who could bring some money into the club in a future transfer window, and he definitely brings a bit of pace, dribbling, flair to the club. Should be a good player heading into the new season. And we have finally got our centre-back, boys, a player from the Liga Portugal, and I'm really excited about this signing. As we complete the signing of Dominic Perpic from FC Porto for 27.5 million. He's 24-year-old, 79 rated, really good defender with good dribbling, physical, and good pace as well. Left-footed, so it means we're going to have 2 left-footed centre-backs, but I don't really mind. 6'2", good potential, good player. The only negative to this signing is I've got no idea how you pronounce his name, but so for the rest of the rebuild, he's just called Perpic. And some players have also left the club, boys. A couple of young players and rotation players who weren't really going to get any minutes have been sold. We needed to boost our funds in order to sign a new centre-back, and with just 5 million euros left in the bank, it's unlikely we make any more signings in this transfer window. So with no more signings expected, this is going to be the Panathinaikos team to take us into season number 4. Very, very good team on paper, lads. Only 4 players in the starting 11 below 80 rated. We're locking the team in for the new season. I'm hoping to see more growth from our players and to actually get to the Champions League phase, because we have got a good team on paper. So we have arrived at the end of the season, lads. Of course, we have won the league again, but this time we have done it in style, winning 28 of our 38 games, finishing on 87 points. We ended up finishing 23 points clear of Dynamo Zagreb in 2nd place. Now, our arch rivals, Olympiacos, have had a massive fall off. They now sit 6th in the league. league after dominating the league for so long. That is another league title successfully added to our trophy cabinet, but can we add some more? Well, we can, lads, because we win the rest of the World League Cup, beating AEK Athens 2-0 in the final, completing a very successful domestic double. And this season we did make it to the Champions League playoff round, and we lost a thriller to Lille, who beat us 6-5 over 2 legs in what was a very entertaining game. Can't lie, I'm a little bit disappointed we should have been beating Lille, but our team is starting to look very strong on paper. I'm really glad to say Papoutsis had a really good season in terms of growth. He's now 78 rated, and Karetsas now sits at 91 rated and 21-year-old. We don't get a good budget next season, boys. I could be tempted to actually cash in on him and improve the rest of the team, because there's definitely 2 positions in this team that have to be improved. That's centre mid and left mid. Serin and Zaruri just aren't growing at the rates we want them to. We definitely are going to need replacing before we get to a Champions League final, but it's all in the board's court, lads. We need a really strong budget. Now, we're losing 2 players at the end of the season. Georgios Kaliakopoulos is leaving the club, and Swedish striker Karol Swiderski is also leaving the club, so we are going to need to bring a new backup striker into the club as well, and we have got quite a few contracts to renew next season. But when it comes to stats, Pantovic was unbelievable this season. 36 goals and 14 assists in 45 games. That's 50 GA in 45 games. And Konstantinos Karetsas got 49 GA in 51 games. That is insane. Them 2 absolutely are standout players this season. Hopefully they can carry that form over into the new season, especially into the Champions League. So we have arrived in what I think is season number 6, and we've been given 34 million euros to improve the team. Not a bad budget, but not a great one by any stretch. However, there are a few players we can sell in this transfer window to raise some funds. I am going to be selling Adam Serin, as his contract is expiring, and he will bring in about 22 million euros, which will help us bring a better centre mid to the club. And I'm also going to be open to selling Facundo Palestri, boys. 27-year-old, 77 rated. We've already got 2 other decent right mids. It could bring in around 11 million. That's a lot of money, to be fair. So we're kicking off our transfer window with 2 free agent signings. The first is a 16-year-old, 74 rated striker, Saeed Tagmoui. Really good young player with upwards of 85 potential. And we've also brought Louis Barry into the club, 26-year-old, 76 rated, decent backup winger. He's going to be in to replace Palestri, who will be sold. And we have brought in a new central midfielder, and this is one exciting signing. Sfera Nipon joins the club from Manchester City, and he joins for 40 million euros. He is 22-year-old, 81 rated, very good attacking midfielder. However, he is naturally a centre mid. He's got potential up to 90 in the game, and he was somehow 6th choice centre mid at Manchester City, so we are bringing him over to Panathinaikos. This is a massive signing that's going to help us progress in the Champions League for sure. And 2 players have also left the club. We have sold Adam Serin for 22 million and loaned out Paolo Vitale. I've got a few more deals in the pipeline to get rid of players, but I need a decent fee if I'm going to bring a good left mid in. I may have to sell Anas Saruri. I mean, I could get up to 30 million for him. I think I'm going to bite the bullet and sell him and replace him with a younger player who can grow to a higher potential. Because at this moment in time, boys, 6 million euros sits in our bank account. So a few more players have left the club. Palestri's gone to Coventry, and Anas Saruri has been sold to Porto. So we have now got 50 million euros to sign a left midfielder with good potential. We have also got some key first teamers out of contract this season, so I can't spend the entire budget. So when it comes to signing a left midfielder, boys, I've had to play it very smart. I've signed a player that I've used before, I know has got amazing potential, and it just so happens that the contract was expiring, and with upcoming contracts to renew, it was important we saved a bit of money. As we complete the signing of Tidium Gomes from RB Leipzig, and he joins for 28 million. He is 80 rated, 22-year-old, can play a multitude of positions. His contract was expiring, and he can grow to 89 rated. We've used him before, and he was an absolute beast. He's going to be a big problem for teams on the left side of our team, and other than his defending, he's actually a really good player. So we have arrived at the end of the season, lads, and once again we do win the rest of the World League. 89 points, 28 points clear of Shakhtar Donetsk. We're just flying through this league, well too strong for it. Have we performed better in Europe? But before we check that, we did reach another rest of the World League Cup final, and we lost on penalties to Slavia Prague. Devastated to lose on penalties. Would have been nice to have back-to-back domestic doubles. But we have actually reached the Champions League final, boys, and we are going to be taking on PSG in the tie. Now, in the league phase, we finished 4th out of all the sides, above PSG, who were nowhere to be seen down in 12th. In the round of 16, we would draw AS Roma, and we beat them 5-2 over 2 legs convincingly. We would then draw Bayern Munich in the quarterfinals, and we beat them 5-2 as well over 2 legs, before setting up a semi-final with Barcelona, and despite losing the first leg. We win the second leg 3-1 to set up a final with PSG. And we have got a lot of history with PSG on this channel. And this is going to be the Panathinaikos team we're taking to the Champions League final. Now, as you can see, the team is full of world-class players. Karetsas is 93 rated at 22-year-old. We've also got amazing players like 89 rated Andino, 89 rated Sabe, 87 rated Rots, and 88 rated Pantovic. The actual team is looking very strong. We've just got an 80 rated goalkeeper going into the Champions League final. Now, his stats are pretty good. His handling, kicking, and reflexes are solid. We're going to be playing PSG. They are going to have shots on our goal no matter what. Could that be a potential weakness for us going into the final? Other than that, I think our team is very, very good, especially with Karetsas. And Pantovic and Karetsas, absolutely outstanding again, both players. Their performance in the rest of the World League was outstanding, both nearly getting 20 goals. Karetsas got 38 goal involvements in 38 games. He's an absolute joke. But when it comes to picking a Hall of Famer for this rebuild, it is actually difficult. Pantovic and Karetsas have been amazing, but due to the sheer fact that Karetsas has grown to 93 rated, he is going to be the Hall of Famer for this rebuild. He's been unbelievable. One of the best attacking midfielders you can sign in FC26. But can he lead us to Champions League glory as we take on PSG? So before we get the game underway, let's have a look at PSG's team. We can already see they've got Osimhen, Barcola, Doué, 91 rated, an 89 rated left centre mid, João Neves, Vitinha, Nuno Mendes, Gabriel, Saliba. Oh my god, look at all the 90 rated players in this team. This is easily the best team we have ever come up against in a Champions League final. Oh, well, it's a lot better than our team, boys. Let's just hope we can get the win. And we're already struggling to get the ball back. They move it so nicely. Passing in triangles and everything. What can I do here, boys? Need an overlap. Gets it from Rots. This is a chance, boys. Whip that in. Pantovic. Nope. What a save, rebound. It's in, boys. 1-0 to Panathinaikos. First chance of the game. And of course, it was Pantovic with a goal. He's banged the goals in this rebuild. Really good overlap from Rots. Good ball. Great save by the keeper, but the rebound just fell. Oh, wow, Mendes actually heads it against us. It goes into the net. Very fortunate goal, to be fair. I really don't want these to score. I think if they score, they're going to get really on top. Around the half an hour mark, boys. PSG having all the ball, but they're not really creating anything with it. As I said that, though. Vitinha could be in. Oh, no. Oh, my God. Couldn't control Rots, and it's 1-1. Deservedly so as well. It's not even going to show me the replay. I weren't allowed to control Rots, boys. The player switching on this game sometimes is really, really bad. Do you know what? PSG have created nothing up till that point as well. That's half time, lads. We have been battered. Honestly, they've not made many chances, but it's just the way they keep the ball. This is going to be one difficult half. Oh, that's too easy. That's too easy. And how are we not losing? Karetsas. What a ball back to Andino. Come on, this actually is the last chance. Oh, the pass is poor. Win it. We could get another chance yet. Oh, there's full time, boys. We're going to extra time. Not going to be easy, boys. I'm encouraged by what I saw towards the end of the game there, though. Not like this. Not like this. What a save. Well done, Paputis, our 80 rated keeper. Can we counter? Good interception, but that's going to be... Oh, my God. Just please clear the ball. Great tackle. Oh, please just clear that. Look how much added time we've played. Oh, they're going to score as well. Denied. What a tackle. Get it out, man. How many more minutes do you want to play? 6 minutes. He only added one on. Right, come on. Can we mount anything? Any kind of pressure in this last 15 minutes? Gomez. Oh, he's slow. He's not quick enough. Have a shot. Oh, my God. I thought that went in. Not like this. Not like this. What a save again. Clear the ball. We're going to play till PSG score again, boys. No, we're not. We're going to penalties. If we win this final, boys, it's a complete robbery. So I can't have any complaints if we lose the penalty shootout. And it all comes down to this, boys. We've not even got any decent penalty takers. Oh, my God. Let's just go. Let's just go and see what happens. Let's just see what happens. Mendes up first for PSG. Scores down the middle. Fair play. Great penalty. Naipan up for us, who's had a shocking final, to be honest. Scores 1-1. Right. Interesting. Osimhen up next. He's looking down the middle. I'm going to stay down the middle. Oh. Pantovic. He's been so clinical in front of goal this season. Same corner. Bang. Same outcome. 2-2. Doué up next for PSG. Where is he going to go? Oh, he goes down the middle. Gomez. Well, he's been shocking in this final, boys. I can't lie. He has been shocking, but he scores his penalty. 3-3. Fran. No. Shocking name, by the way. I'm going to stay down the middle. He's missed it. Oh, wow. He's missed it. Let's not celebrate too soon. Karetas up next. Scores. We're one penalty away from winning this final. We are one penalty away from winning this final. This has to go in by Lee Kangin. This has to go in. I'm going to go to the corner. He's looking. He scores. It all comes down to this, boys. Colossian to win us the Champions League. It has to go in. It has to go in. It's saved by Panathinaikos. Oh, my God. And now we're into sudden death. Bradley Barker up next. And he scores to the bottom left corner. This has to go in now from Triantis. Or PSG. Win. Oh, my God. He goes the right way as well. Zaire Emery up next for PSG. I'm staying down the middle. He's missed. Oh, no. Oh, my God. Andino to win the final. I'm going the same corner that I missed at. Andino. He's saved again. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Mayulu hits the bar. No. This time it's going in. This time it's going in, Sabe. I'm going to the opposite corner. It's going in this time. It's in, lads. We win the Champions League final. What a penalty shootout that were. Oh, my God. Oh, Athens, Scotland, by the way. You watched it, lads. There is no way on earth we deserve to win that Champions League final. We had three penalties to win the tie there, and we missed 2 of them. I'll take it though. We got absolutely battered and then won the scrappiest penalty shootout of all time. And all that is now left to do, boys, is lift the Champions League trophy, and Panathinaikos are the champions of Europe, and that is another rebuild successfully boxed off. Just about. So just want to say a massive thank you for watching the video, boys. If you have enjoyed it, please be sure to like and subscribe. Probably the maddest Champions League final we've had for quite some time, and I will see you in the next one when we head back to the championship.